today I'm going to be talking us through how to make Singapore noodles. So first of all, I have just got half an onion here and I have chopped off the end of the onion, keeping hold of the root and peeling it. Now, onions, I have mentioned before, make our lives easy for us because they've got lots of little lines all the way down them for our knife to follow to make sure that we can get nice even sized pieces. Now you'll notice that we've kept the root, which is at the top, and that holds the whole onion together. And we've chopped off the pointy bit at the bottom. So now all I'm going to do is finely slice, going down these lines on the onion, and then dice my onion short ways to get even sized pieces. For this Singapore noodle dish, we want our vegetables to be all of a similar size. There's my onion ready on the plate. I'm now going to do the pepper. And the reason for that is with every spoonful, you want a taste of all of the ingredients. So rather than having big chunks of onion and pepper, you want to be able to get some of the other ingredients on the spoon as well. So I have just finely sliced and diced the pepper the same as we did last week with the Cajun chicken pasta, into even bite-sized pieces the same as my onion. And last, I've got a green chilli here. Now this is optional depending on how spicy you like it, and I'm just topping and tailing my chilli, taking off the top and the bottom, and then cut it in half and then into quarters so that I can easily slice out those middle bitter seeds. Again, same technique as before. I am finely slicing and then dicing short ways the chilli. Now make sure that you wash your hands after doing this because if you touch your face, especially your eyes, it will really sting when you've been touching chilli. And that is all our veg prep complete on my plate. Now I just tidied up a bit, and in my little bowl here, I have added 15 mils of curry powder. I've also got 2.5 mils of caster sugar and 50 mils of sesame oil. Then I'm going to add in 2.5 mils of turmeric, which is the kind of orangey powder that was used, that's it there, which was used back in the day for colouring clothes. So, that being said, make sure that you wash your hands after it, don't touch anything because it will stain. Then I've just added in 45 mils of soy sauce, which is going to help me to stir this all together and make a nice sauce that's going to get added into my dish later on. You can use low salt soy sauce to reduce the total salt content of this dish. And last, you're going to need 200 grams of vermicelli noodles. However, couldn't find these on Asda, so this is what I've got in my cupboard, and these are just straight to wok noodles. So usually you would have to bring the water to the boil, add in your noodles, let them soften, test them for readiness, making sure that they are soft but not mushy, you've not left them too long, drain them safely over the sink, and then add them to your frying pan once you've done the next couple of steps that you're going to see here. But for me, super lazy, I just add them straight to the wok. They're actually very good, by the way. If you see them in Asda, definitely try them out. So in here, I have just added my olive oil to the pan. I've added one little bit of onion and added up the heat, and I've been looking for bubbles to form round about the onion. When I see the little bubbles forming around the onion, I know that the oil is hot enough, and I can then add in the rest of my onion, my pepper and chilli all at the same time. Now, the reason why I need to make sure that the oil is hot enough before I add in all the ingredients, because otherwise the vegetables would absorb the oil and it would make it quite mushy. So we need to make sure that the oil's hot enough. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to saute these for a couple of minutes. I actually leave them until I start to see a kind of golden brown colour coming off them. And that way I know that they're soft enough and they're not going to be bitter or raw when I bite into them. Once I'm happy that they're soft enough, I'm going to add in my little tub of sauce that I've made up. As you can see here, mix all that in. And then for all you guys at home, you're going to drain your noodles, making sure they're soft enough to add them into the pan as well. But for me, I'm just going to add these in straight into the pan and mix that up until we're happy. Now, we were doing this today to make sure that we are able to cook safely, like if you were working in a restaurant, because we wouldn't want any complaints. And that's something that we've been looking at this week, looking at consumer organisations that are out there to protect us as consumers. Now, the Food Standards Agency have got a website called www.food.gov.uk, and if you go on this, you can actually look for ratings for your local restaurants that you've been to. And that's us finished, by the way. So if you want to have a look and find out about restaurants near you and their local hygiene rating, that is available to everybody. And the Food Standards Agency is an independent government department responsible for food safety and hygiene across the whole of the UK. And they are regularly in touch with consumers to understand our views and concerned about anything food related within the industry. So we are now able to make something safely, hygienically, following the instructions on our recipe in order to ensure that if we were working in a restaurant, we wouldn't have any consumer complaints because we've followed all hygiene rules efficiently.